Well, hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Friday night live stream, guys. So far as myself and Chris Cruz, what's up, buddy?
How you doing?
We should have some other guests popping in. Should have a female popping in actually. So we should see how that goes. Um, so let's see who's here. Let's see. First is John Cano. What's up, buddy? First, booyah. This is entertainment. Remember, welcome to Vulcan News Network. Everyone, please, at the person when chatting amongst yourselves, do not get your host confused when reading comments. Thank you. And also, don't forget, we still have our buddy Hendrix Riera, his GoFundMe, and also his crypto wallet for donations, his operation. And then, who's that popping in? Oh, not connected. We have Igor. Hello, everyone. Vulcan Dell, hi all. Sorry, Chad, more Vulcan. John Cano, this morning I got a shingle shot in one arm and a flu shot in the other arm. Arms are sore and I feel like, wow, man, feel sorry for you, buddy. Just sit back, relax, and I guess just watch the stream. Enjoy. Hank Tester, shingles. Oh, it's fun. Yeah. You know what? My doctor tried to get me a shingle shot the other day. I was like, hell no. Florida Finest Vol. Hello, all. Bullish from today's news. That's right. We'll go over that as well. Ehrlich says with the Vulcan hands. OBZ. Hello, gentlemen. Kelly Production. What's up, bros? Nick. What you gonna do, Pride? You gonna stay in Seifu or move over to Esco? I'm doing it all, man. I bought me some safe. Oh, hey, what's up, boss man?
Hey! I did make it. How are you all?
Good. Surprise.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Chris.
Well, you wanna go over the good news today or what?
No, I'm letting you do that. I'm just here as a pretty face.
All right. You might want to put something you might want to put a message in the Vulcan so we get some more people in here.
I'm sure Biz Entertainment would be hot onto it right now. So.
You're right. How's your day going?
Good. Oh, it's morning here, so yeah. Just woke up a couple of hours ago, so yes, big day ahead.
You haven't had a shower yet, right?
Would you look? I was up like for nearly a day and a half straight, probably a little bit more than that. So yeah, I've only just woken up, so technically I still need a shower. So that will be done after this live stream, and I'll be fresh again.
That's a good thing, Brian, because you come up with some really great ideas when you haven't showered. So, or when you go into the shower, is it? Is it when you go into the shower, or is it when?
During the shower. So yeah, you never know. I might step out and then come up with something crazy, but
I know
I don't have anything planned.
Right. So let's go with the announcement for everybody as far as the pink sale. I'm just gonna go with just in case somebody didn't know about it. Let me share my screen real quick and just go with that. All right, guys, we got from Brown Legend, the man that's on the stream himself, says exciting news. Pink Sale have expressed their excitement and eagerness to feature Vulcan on their platform. Users will be able to buy from the Pink Sale Launchpad using Vol, which will be a huge win for Vol holders. This will not only mean Vulcan will have an outreach to the masses, but will allow Vulcan to onboard tons of new projects and introduce a plethora of developers to our chain, as well as amplify growth and volume across the entire ecosystem. The Vulcan team is in midway negotiations with Pink Sale to offer Vulcan blockchain integration within their platform. Each new project from the Launchpad will go live on ooxy Swap, and LP will be automatically added there. As we continue our discussion with Pink Sales, we will bring you more information as it comes to light.
Yeah, look, it's fantastic news. It's crazy, and please don't, for anyone that's listening, don't downplay this, because it is honestly something that is going to help Vulcan blockchain in a huge way. I mean, if we do get this across, and like I said, we're just in these midway discussions, so we need a full working gamma testnet in order to then go back to really have these hard negotiations and say, okay, here's how it's going to all play out. Here's how we can help support you guys as in Pink Sale to to benefit, and then those discussions will go forward and hopefully get approval. But even before Vulcan came to fruition, even the idea back in Seifu X days, and actually early in Seifu, I've always had that a direct connection with the CEO of PinkSale, the founder and owner, who's an advocate for the brand, an advocate for what I do, and he himself saw exactly how much we pushed in terms of volume on PinkSale in like 36 seconds. So he's all for it. So if we get this across, huge. And PinkSale already has not just Binance Smart Chain, by the way, guys. It's got Ethereum, it's got Matic, Avalanche. It's even got Doge, Arbitrum. It's got Matic. It's got like a load of other chains. So they're all for expanding themselves, and Vulcan would just be that next one. So yeah, really, really great news. And if it does get, if we do have a launch pad on there and have our chain there, then any of those projects that get launched directly go onto ooxy swap. So the ooxy token holders, well, they're going to get a cut of all that volume going through, and then all the nodes will be getting more volume than it was even expected before, because we'll have like tens or even hundreds of projects just continuously launching and launching and launching, and our ecosystem will just grow extravagantly. So yeah, man, it's huge news.
Let me ask you a question now. Now, I know like before with Change Now, you kind of put it out there before the ink was signed on the dotted line. Why didn't you do that same thing with PinkSale? Or was it more guaranteed with PinkSale?
Well, look, I don't want to use the word guaranteed. Obviously, the discussions here being had now, and we need to have the Gamma testnet out before we can do anything that's even close to signing on the dotted line. But from the discussions that I've had, and I wouldn't want to put it this way. I wouldn't want to release this kind of announcement if I wasn't somewhat confident in this being, getting across the line. As to when that'll get across the line, like whether it's absolutely on day one of Vulcan mainnet, or whether it's in a couple of weeks or a month on out. I don't know those exact dates, but just let it be said that I'm confident, and that's all I can say.
Okay. Now, as far as Esco, a lot of people are kind of confused on this. Should they get into Seifu and swap over to Esco? Is it going to be a DApp? Is it going to be like a button they have to click to swap over to Esco if they use that Seifu?
It's just look, there's no actually DApp necessary. I mean, we can build like an inbuilt swap like we did in what Seifu currently has, right, which is a swap. But all that swap is just a UI, which ties back into Pancake Swap's liquidity anyway. So it's not really a necessity, even though we can build it later. So if you're wanting to swap Seifu into Esco, or just buy straight into Esco, you're doing it the same way. You're either going on Pancake Swap directly, or using Bug Swap or another aggregator. Yeah. So we're just going to have two liquidity pools. One, the Esco is tied to BNB directly, and then the other one's tied to Seifu directly. And that Seifu tie-in is a 1-to-1. So for 25,000 Esco versus 25,000 Seifu. So therefore it's launching at $1. So therefore, yeah, it's pegged at $1. So Seifu is worth $1. Now, if Esco gets bought up more, then what you should see is a natural kind of market equilibrium, I suppose, after some time, where through arbitrage, those prices should equal each other. So if, let's say, Esco skyrockets, then it may take some time for Seifu to then come up to that level, and in the meantime, Seifu Go would then be sold, but Seifu would come up in value and, like I said, equal that equilibrium. So it'll still be that 1-to-1 technical rate, but that's the beautiful thing about arbitrage. Day traders and swing traders will take advantage of it, but it's free market dynamic, so we can't exactly predict what the market will do at whatever a given time. We can only release it as that 1-to-1 peg, and then hope that the market will soak that up and come to the correct value, agreed upon value.
But like I'm saying, take example right now. Seifu was at 18 cents. It's the edible has to go to $1, correct?
Well, look, Seifu Go's, like I said, the way I can answer it is the Seifu Go's released at $1 per token. It's only got 50,000 tokens. Seifu has obviously a lot more, about 1.5 million, but the liquidity pool itself will only have that same finite amount of what Seifu Go is, and therefore you are able to achieve that 1-to-1 rate. And obviously there's going to be lower taxes and everything to incentivize more volume to go through there. So yeah, like I said, if Seifu Go, let's say, goes from $1 up to whatever, I'm just pulling a number out of thin air, let's say it goes to $1,000, well, technically if Seifu is still only at $1, then yeah, that would need to play catch up. So technically, Seifu Go would then come down to 500, and Seifu would go up to 500, and it would equal that equilibrium. That's the hope, and that's what the technicals are. Technicals are pointing to in the tokenomics. So I just don't know how long that's going to take to play catch up. Whether that's the first hour or it could take over a week. We just don't know that. All I know is it's going to be a bunch of volume. That's all I know.
Yeah. So the play should be just getting Seifu. In other words, to me.
Yeah, look, if you're already holding Seifu, I don't see any really reason to have to or want to even sell now, being that it is severely undervalued in of itself at this point in time. So, people may choose to then either just hold their Seifu, or they think, well, in the short term, like right off the bat, there's going to be tremendous growth for Seifu Go. So I'm going to use my Seifu to buy Seifu Go. And then once that goes up, whatever it is, amount of X's, then they may take some profit and put it back into Seifu, and then hope for Seifu to grow up and meet that equilibrium like I just mentioned. So there's a number of game theories and strategies going on here, and people will choose that upon themselves to what they want to do. And it all comes down to risk. If they don't want to risk swapping, and because of the huge volatility that's going to happen on day one, they might just be more comfortable in just holding their Seifu now, and be willing to wait that little while longer before it plays catch up.
Okay. Let me get to the comments. I'll get behind. We have Tina says, hello, everyone. Melon Delight. Hello, everybody. Unknown. Wow. High Pride and Chris. Jason. Let's go. Guys, got any questions for Brian? Let's put them in the comments below. John. Oh, sorry. Just Gang. Hello. Did you hear the big thunder? Yes, it is raining in Georgia. Rise Matai Shield. The one token lads. Tina Patel. No, the single shot. Nick, what? Awesome, Brian. B Legend in the house. Can you put on? I don't know what that is. Robert says, what up, guys? Let's have a good night. Better days coming, right? Love you, chat's pride. B Legend, my hero. Okay, boss man. We got the Greek DeFi guru in the house. What's up, Greek?
Hey. What's up, man?
Mark, good Friday to Brian and Vulcan family. You got any questions for Brian, Greek? Hi, guys. How are you?
Is this the Brian, the actual Brian?
He looks like him anyway.
Bullish.
Yeah.
Greek is bullish.
What's up, Brian? I'm always bullish, man. You know it.
That beard's coming back so quickly, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say that Biz took, I think, 30 seconds to post it in the Discord that you were on.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
want to make sure we acknowledge that he was on it. Brian was right.
Hit the like button. Good day, family. Did you hear? I keep saying you hear that thunder. Hey, Brian, can I get your non-fixed financial advice? If I just want to buy and hold, should I just hold Seifu or swap over to Esco?
It's the same as what I answered it like a moment or two ago when I was talking about it, which is, if you want to take on more risk and want to kind of swing trade because you see there's going to be more profit in the initial get-go right off the bat, then you may want to buy Esco because it's going to skyrocket in value very, very quickly. And then you may want to take profits and then convert back into Seifu if that's what you want to do. But yeah, everything I say, take it with a grain of salt. I just see things for what they are logically. But I'm not going to give any financial advice. Definitely not. So risk versus reward, that's my answer.
Sorry, Chad says, will Pink Sale change circulating supply? That should be a no, right?
No, definitely not. It's up to each project themselves. If they want to launch their own project on the launch pad, they're the ones that are asking for whatever amount of capital they're looking at raising through venture capital. But all that capital that they're raising, if they want to launch on Vulcan, it means the people buying in, you and me, or whoever else, need Vulcan to begin with to even buy that project's token. And then that the Vulcan that you're actually buying it with is pooled on ooxy swap against that whole initial raise. So that's how that works. But they take their own profit, obviously. Pink Sale, I think it's like 2 or 5% or something like that, which they then sell. But that's their revenue model, right? They're supplying the ability for you to get on a launch pad. They've got to make money on it. So, but even if they take, let's say 5%, I think it is, and they don't just dump that all in the market, by the way, they I think spread it out at 5% per day or something like that of whatever they grab. and all that Vulcan is was used to actually buy that project with anyway. So it's really just recycled funds for those people that think, hey, well, Pink Sale is just going to dump on Vulcan holders. Well, no, they they do it smart, and all that Vulcan's already pre-purchased by all you guys anyway. So it's just recycled, and that aids into fixed flex and everything.
Yeah,
so it's a good thing.
Let's see, Sahib. Hello, Sahib. How will Esco match supply on Seifu? It will not match supply. Just 25,000, right? 25,000. No,
Well,
50,000 coins.
Yeah. Look, the supply is matched on the liquidity pairing. So it's 2 liquidity pairs, 25,000 and 25,000, and it'll be one in $25,000 worth of BNB, and then the other one's going to be 25,000 in Seifu directly as a 1-to-1. That's how it matches.
Crazy Diamond, hello everyone. PCS was worse, I believe. But we will have ooxy and all projects who pre-sale on PS will have their lives watch on ooxy swap.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, all these other chains like Yamatic and Solana, whatever Pink Sale are offering, like they all have their own dexes as well. It's not like they're all just launched on Pancake Swap directly. So in the same way, Vulcan, it's its own beast. We have our own swap, and therefore everything's done on ooxy swap, which is a great thing. It just provides a hell of a lot more revenue for us, and also the revenue sharing model which we're giving in bars technology and the DERP pool for every other holder. So yeah.
Oh, this is a common question right here. It says Biz Entertainment says, where will everyone have to be watching to know when Esco goes live? Twitter, Discord, that like nodes?
Well, it won't be an official countdown. Like look, I think everyone's already of the knowledge that everyone already knows that I make most of my announcements in Discord anyway. So if you're not in Discord, you're going to miss out on most of them unless you're playing catch up with your own Stream Pride and others that are, mentioning the Vulcan news. But otherwise, yeah, it's mainly on Discord. So, I'll ahead of the launch day, I'll be saying to everyone, okay, here's the actual day it'll be launched. And then I'll be announcing a roundabout kind of like a time period as to between this time and this time it'll be launched. And that between this time and this time will be a 5-hour period. So anytime within that 5-hour period, it could be a minute, between the minimum, or it could be halfway through, it could be at the end. Nobody knows, and that's why you need to keep your eyes glued onto the chart, I suppose, right? Onto the liquidity pair.
So we have to look at the chart. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, a common question I've been getting on that is, will we know the contract before, or are you just going to release the contract in that announcement when
Correct,
it's go time?
Well, it has to, because if I launch the contract ahead of time, it means other people can just add their own liquidity to it and play funny buggers, and then it screws the whole thing up.
That's what I figured. I just wanted it out there for everybody to hear it.
I mean that's my mental state right now. It's either that way, or there is another way that I could potentially do things. So when we actually do the whole development and have the contract ready, obviously you guys will see the order and everything like that. But we could actually have a contract code in there, value that allows us to pause or stop, disable the contract totally. So we could potentially release the contract to the public. They can read it and know it's all good, and then we just send that value to the contract to say, okay, enable now, and that will be done within that 5-hour period. So it's one of the two ways.
Okay. So basically, in order for you guys to find out if the contract is live, we pretty much got to be in Discord, and you're just going to tell us go, and then we have to go to Pancake Swap, and then try to make the transaction. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. That's a common question. People want to know if it's going to be a DApp or something like that.
You'll have to copy and paste, basically.
Yeah.
I think potentially, the second way that I just answered, Greek, is probably the best way anyway. I think everyone wants to see the contract and be validated so they can do their own homework and know that it's not some exploited one or any bullshit going on. It's exactly written like we promised. I think that's a better way to go, but just have it disabled and have that liquidity pair there, and then it'll be like a ready, set, go kind of thing. And it'll be directly enabled right on that second, and then people will just buy it. So,
and it also eliminates people from doing fake tokens too.
That's the other thing as well. Correct? Yeah.
Stevie Summertime Breeze that just came in now. Not sure if you answered this yet, but is there a limit on the Seifu Go buy?
right at the moment, there is no limit at all, meaning there's no minimum and no maximum. I have been thinking about it over the last couple of days. And look, that may be subject to change. I mean, when I say may, I do not know yet, but I'll have to look at it. I may introduce like a maximum buy or something like that, only for the first initial 24 hours, something like that. So therefore, it's not gonna. You don't have to use like huge slippage. We won't just see like $100,000 or $200,000 buys, and then the prices already went from $1 up to like 200, and then you're buying it at a lot higher rate. If we allow smaller buys, and even if it's just the first hour, it may be a little bit better. But I'm going to take more of a think about that. But right now, it's no limits whatsoever.
Okay. Seki says, "Hi, Greek. Hi, Brian." AA says, "One for Brian Legend. I know you can't advise, but will holding Seifu and not swapping be a smart choice because the price will match eventually?"
That's the play. Yeah. I mean, that's how it's. These contracts are going to be written, and that arbitrage opportunity. So, yeah, look, it's free market will do what they want. If they think Seifu isn't supposed to be worth as much as what Seifu Go is, then that's the free market. But it is released as a 1-to-1, and it's meant to offer that chance, an opportunity for arbitrage opportunities. So they should technically become 1-to-1. It's just a matter of how long that will take if the price differs. That's all.
Okay. John Cannon says that Brian Legend, thank you for everything bullish. Raz Flex, Thanos, don't forget to smash that like button. Sister says, "What's up, guys? Where's Gene at?" C-Titch, Brian Legend, is there any chance to put a cap on how much each wallet can buy, like you did on Safety Launch? That's just now said.
Just answered, yeah.
Joe, hey Brian, things looking pretty drastic at the moment. You doing some massive pump and dumping with your own private wallets? Oh God. I see SIF 150K was transferred to your private wallet.
Oh my Lord. No.
Oh, that's
definitely not.
Yeah, let me. I can take that. We're not. Let's just get that off the screen.
Yeah, Saeed, I told to a friend who invested that ooxy, Esco, and Vulcan are already big projects on under one big community, which does not happen anywhere in DeFi or project world. David Legend, second way round sounds good. I see why the Streamline link is in the chat was going to join. Oh, okay. Hey, Greek, you guys going to have another 8-hour streak on Esco launch day. Haha. Yeah, we're going to be live that day, definitely for sure.
Oh, I will. After I get my Esco, then I'll go live.
Yes.
I ain't risking nothing.
Yeah, I mean, because you can think it's only 50,000 tokens. You put a limit, this around about, you do a limit of like 100? Oh.
This is kind of like.
Can't sell out.
Yeah, look at it like it's kind of like a. I mean, it's not exactly, but it's kind of like what Node Day was last August. That everyone was just waiting for that timer, and when things didn't work, everyone's like, everything went haywire, and then it just got sold out like absolutely crazy. And yeah, Prado, and I don't know if you were Prado, but I think you were. But yeah, you were, and Greek was there trying to all get their nodes and confirm an RM, and technically Greek might have even was just about to miss it. Really, he just got in. He's like, right. So I think you're going to see a bit of a repeat here. But only one lucky person is going to get that $1. That's it, and then it won't ever get that. Be $1 again. That's it. So that person that gets it, let's hope that they don't sell, because that's that's just crazy. It's like winning the lottery, really.
Yeah,
10,000 people trying to get it at once.
That's what I was saying on live stream yesterday. It's just like winning the lottery, because especially if you do the limit, it kind of makes it better. But I don't know. It depends what the limit is, I guess. $100 limit, $200 limit. Do it. See if it goes. I don't know.
No limits. Greek
no limits.
I personally don't like the limits, because we want this to literally rocket like a true rocket ship, and the only way for that is people to know, wow, there's no limits. Shit, people can get in front of me with 50 grand or 100 grand, and then I'm going to end up buying the token at $300 in 30 seconds instead of buying it right at first. So you want everyone to just rush in, and that's the point of all this as a marketing strategy. With limits, then people are just more comfortable and go, I can take my time with it and do it in an hour instead of right in the first hit. So.
Now, another question I got is, are you doing this as like a marketing technique almost? Like everybody's going to be FOMOing into, say, Esco, and there's going to be a lot of eyes on Esco. The price is going to skyrocket. which is going to pretty much be putting that word out there for everybody. Like, what's going on, trending number one on Dex tools, and they go like,
yeah, all that's the play. I mean, coin market cap, if we can be number one, Dex tools number one, of course. I mean, people are going to end up, I mean, for those that aren't early, will end up. Some people will obviously be FOMOing into the top, right? There's always things don't go up forever. There is going to be a top, but the majority of people buying down the low or medium will have made a lot of profit there. But I obviously want to transition this onto Vulcan blockchain when it launches in a couple of months' time. So for those new users and acquisition that we're attracting right now, they're going to be now aware of what Vulcan is as well. So it gives a lot more holders to or users really of Vulcan to know about it, and potential developers as well, and newer projects. So yeah, the marketing we're doing for Esco carries on to Vulcan as well. So it's
good news. Let's see. Jay Legend says, I like the Brian 5 and 6 hour window. Forge Mason says, please set a buy limit. Give us fish a chance. Then let the whales do.
Look, to be honest with you, with that question there, I'll tell you this: like, if you're trying to chuck in, if let's say you have a slippage at 40 or 49%, like the maximum pancake swap, you can set it to a custom advanced level, so you can have unlimited. So it's just, you don't have to worry about slippage. But if you're trying to, the more you're trying to put in, so let's say you're trying to chuck like 50 grand or something, like a huge amount, you're going to struggle with that. Like, find it a lot more difficult to capitalize at a lower price of those larger amounts. So with that being said, the smaller fishes that are only putting in like $100 or a couple of $100 are going to have a much easier chance at getting in at a lower price, rather than those whales that, if they don't have unlimited slippage, their buyers are never going to go through. So if you're a fish, you're much better off, to be honest with you.
Okay, cool. Tina, Brian's Hearts, crypto her. Before we launch, can we get our tokens, the 2.5%?
Oh, he's talking about the Vulcan. No, because mainnet's not out yet. There are no coins to give. So, yeah.
Seifu says, thanks, Brian. Can't wait to launch so much of all this stuff. Provis, what's up, Vulcan fam? Just jumping on while BL is in the house. Oh, we got super chat from Kelly Production. I'm sorry I missed it. Brian, thanks for updating us play by play. People take that for granted. Also, you're active in the community. Felt bad you had to address the Richard Hart comparisons. Can assure you that's a minority flooding. Most of us here have your back. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Kelly.
Yeah, it's weird how they nobody fuzz Richard Hart. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but once something we come up with something, it's like it's drama. It's always drama. Oh well. Dude, how do we buy? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
How do we buy ooxy, and will the price stay at $5 in the purchase window of days? Is there a free market at play? Pardon my ignorance. Yeah, it's gonna stay at $5.
You can't really buy ooxy. You can't buy it. I mean, you can sacrifice for it using BNB, BUSD, or Seifu or USDT, like Tether. So if you have any of those assets, then you can sacrifice, and then you'll be able to get ooxy tokens once Vulcan's launched on mainnet, and we've got the tokens to distribute. But there's no technical buy. You're sacrificing, and then we're the ones promising to give you those tokens, released at that price, which is the $5 launch price of ooxy. And then whatever the market does at that time, look, there's no vesting or anything, then it's $5. So that's from the 12th, if you guys aren't aware. So that's only, I think, 4 more days, right? 4 more days. Yep. We're at the 12th. And
well, it'll be 11 for us in the States, right?
Yeah, the 12th is it's 12 and then 00 UTC. So whatever that works out in the US, it may be a little
7 p.m. on the 11th.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. Business entertainment, the most important. This is and will always be.
Brian, we can't hear you.
Oh, can't hear me?
That's okay now.
You're good now.
I know Legend says, I know that the team has been holding their cards close to their chest because of issues like Change Now. So how close is the pink sale deal to closing since you decided to talk about it? That's what we brought up earlier as well.
Yep, I would say rewind the beginning of the stream. You'll hear me answer it.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's what I brought up.
You didn't hear it because you came in late, you fool. Come on, you're supposed to be.
I had to get gas in my car, set up all this stuff.
You have to get
Mark-
gas on Tesla?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't feel as though the Greek's fully committed here. You know.
No, he's not. He's
No,
not at
he's
all.
not, Brian.
I thought
He knows
was
I'm
Driving a
joking, come on.
Tesla.
I don't have a Tesla. I ordered my Tesla. Brian's going to help me pay for it once I get my Vulcan money.
Here we go.
Mark says, I have a question. Another huge upside to Vulcan will come as ooxy adds new trading pairs with Vulcan's LP. This is actually removing Vulcan from supply.
Well, yeah, it is technically removing Vulcan from supply because the more it's traded, because it's tied to Vulcan and it's not tied to ooxy token specifically, then yeah, the more that gets traded, the more that gets burnt. So we want more and more projects to launch on Pink Sale for sure.
Stevie says, is there a future for Seifu Vintage down the line?
Well, Seifu Vintage is like what Ethereum Classic is to a chain. Like it's still being used, but it's not really. There's not a lot of developers developing on it because everything's done on now the new chain of Ethereum. And the same way with Seifu Vintage, you're going to find the same thing, that there will be less of an interest of Seifu Vintage, being that it's the classic version versus Seifu Go, which is now the new and big new in thing, right? So you're always going to have interest in it. You're always going to have holders there, I'm sure. But will you in time see that a lot of those holders will go over to Seifu Go and like it'll be a natural kind of migration over because all the volume's being shifted potentially? But I don't really have the answer to that question.
Okay. Seifu War says, Brian, what price do you think Seifu can get to with Esco?
Well, I'll put it out as an announcement. If you look at it, like that 5,360.
Oh, yeah. You said, yeah. How'd you come up with that number, first of all?
You just divide it. Divide the market cap of Esco. Divide the market cap versus what 260 million was on Seifu, and then you'll get the 5,360. So it's really simple, and we achieved that in Seifu in a week. So that's why I said 7 days as well. So yeah, as a comparison, it's got the potential for that, but technically the potential is even far beyond that because Seifu released with 360,000 tokens, where now Esco is only 50,000, which is seven times less. Seven times less. So the I'm just putting it out. I'm not saying that it has to, anything can happen, but the 5,000, if it's 7 times more, it can go to 35,000x. You know what I'm saying? And it does have that ability, but people obviously take profit along the way. No one's just going to hold for 5,000x. People are going to take profit after 1, 2x, 4x, 6x. You're going to find natural pullbacks with everything, but that initial spike, I think that initial 45 minutes to an hour of Seifu Go is really where the biggest profits are going to be initially, until people actually realize what it's all about. And you can have a ton of buyers and volume with arbitrage. So, yeah, all bullish to me.
All right. We got Sahid says that Brian, for Vulcan, we can't do any amount transfer to any wallet outside the 2.5%, right? I'm just asking because 2 people invested in one wallet I'm managing, and with 2.5%, only I can't do transfer.
Let me read that. So we can't do any amount transfer to any wallet outside the 2.5%. I don't really understand that question. I mean, if you've got a few people you're managing, like 2.5% is just based on one wallet that holds that 2.5%, right? So it's only the person that has access to the private keys of that one wallet that is eligible for that 2.5%. And if you're managing it, let's say you 3 or 4 people, but only one person, like say yourself, say it has that access to that private wallet, then I suppose you'd be the one responsible to manually have to send out those funds to those other 3 or 4 people. But it's only that one wallet that gets the 2.5%.
Yep.
If I understand it right.
Yeah, that's right. Rap says, can ooxy price skyrocket? That's a trick question.
You're not gonna hear me say no.
Yeah. Mo says, is Seifu Go 101 with Seifu? Like I have 200 Seifu and swap to I guess Seifu Go, then I have 200 Seifu Go.
Well, the answer is yes. Well, the answer is yes. I mean, based on the liquidity pool at 1-to-1, but once people trade with it as a free market, that can either go down or it may even hypothetically exceed. People might go, you know what, now I want Seifu, I don't want Seifu Go now, and then you're going to see Seifu price actually be more than what Seifu Go is based on that liquidity pairing. So my answer is free market, but right on the initial get-go when it's launched, yes, 200 for 200.
Yeah. Seifu War, are you launching 22nd of April? OZ, I guess, what's that? Aussie time or USA time?
Well, that's just a tentative date. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'm still working with my devs to actually iron out all the exact specifics, how we want the AI model to work. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So I put out there the 22nd as a tentative date. It may be a few days earlier. It could be a few days later, but I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be released until at the end of the month anyway. But we first need to get the new website up and going. But the Seifu logo has already been decided and signed off on. I'm getting the final designs later on today, so I'll release them to the community. And just to allow us some days and a couple of weeks to get everything ironed out appropriately. But at this stage, the 22nd is what I'm shooting for. And I don't know, Aussie time, who knows?
Okay. Sorry, Chad, we need gas to claim our vault day one. Yeah, you're gonna need some gas.
You will, and for that reason, like we on the Genesis, meaning like the first block that's created, we're going to be issuing a certain amount of vol to every single wallet that has sacrificed towards Vulcan, because otherwise they won't be able to access their Vulcan of their claimed amount, right? So I don't know exactly how much we're going to be airdropping. It might be like 0.2 or maybe a half a Vulcan. So, you know, pretty much everyone will get like maybe $3 or $4 worth of Vulcan for free. And it won't even cost you anything anywhere near that. It'll probably cost you like, I don't know, 1/8 of a cent to claim or something. So that $3 or $4 will go very, very far for tons of transactions. So.
Now, what's going on with GVol? Everybody still getting GVol? Is that still a thing or what?
Yeah, anyone that sacrificed, like I said, will definitely get GVol. You're not going to get GVol after the fact. You're not going to get GVol for ooxy or anything. That's just based on Vulcan. So, yeah, we're still going to issue them out. I don't know exactly what that price is going to be released at because there'll need to be some initial liquidity there. We still need to work through those numbers over the next few weeks and actually have it as a formal announcement to say here's what it's releasing at and here's exactly how it's going to work, the structure. But the easy answer now is yes, obviously any sacrificer will get a certain amount of GVol.
Okay. Summed up meaning at Be It Brown Legend. Will Seifu X ever be a thing in the future? Of course, with new tokenomics.
Well, no, look, we've obviously changed that name. I mean, technically Seifu Go could have been branded as Seifu X as well, but I think that would have tied in with a lot more confusion of what people were expecting with Seifu X because of the blockchain. So, we didn't want to try to do that.
Okay. Double A says, thanks for everything, Brian. Restoring Seifu back to its former glory and create Esco in the matter of a few days, not to mention soon to launch ooxy and the Big Daddy Vulcan. Kudos. C-Tish, what happens to Seifu price if the circulating supply is below 5 million?
Price goes up.
Yeah, a lot. I want to be there when that happens.
Brian, should I buy Seifu at 14% tax or B&B to sacrifice for Esco?
That's that. You got to answer that yourself, buddy.
Yeah, he can't offer any financial advice, guys.
Yeah, I think the best thing for you to do is what you think is best for you to do.
Right. Let's see what else we got here.
My answer to that would be engage with the current Seifu community and put it out there and ask what others are doing, and then learn from what others think the best strategy is, and then decide for yourself if that's what you want to follow.
Okay, and God we trust. Thank you, Brian and Vulcan team, for everything that you do. You're really appreciated. You're all going to be financially independent because of you. Thank you.
That's the hope.
Nice free vol gas. Jose Jorge says, please, how are we going to buy Seifu Go with Seifu on pink sale? What's he talking about? Seifu is not going to be on pink sale.
Yeah, he's getting confused there.
Yeah. Greek is trolling. It's just like B&B to Seifu, or we need to do something else. I'm not sure what he's talking about right there either. At Brown Legend, I still haven't gotten a response on precious metals being ran on the Vulcan blockchain.
I remember answering that question on a AMA. I don't know if that was a live AMA. I mean, a video one that I did on my YouTube, or whether that was one done in the Seifu channel. I remember just answering that very recently. But look, we're not going to be doing anything with precious metals ourselves, or creating like a token that's tied to it or a stable or anything like that. My answer would be I'm all for the idea, and if you want to tie it to metals or commodity or something, then go for it. But that would be more of a grant that we'd have to look at issuing for that project idea. So if you have that idea, you want to bring it to fruition, you have a team that can develop it and get it going, then lodge a grant application and we can try to work with you to make it come to light. But we ourselves aren't developing a precious metals project.
All right, guys. We got 132 people. That's a record for the Crypto Pride live stream. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Got a lot of comments, guys. Some super chats gets first priority. Remember that. Got a lot of comments to get through. Crypto Pride. Will did GVOL be released all at once or on the vesting schedule? Right.
That's not vested at all. So GVOL will just be all released at once. I don't see any need for a vesting schedule. I mean, all those GVOL are technically given away for free for holders anyway. And I would like to think that every sacrifice up to now for Vulcan is one that believes in the vision of Vulcan anyway. So I don't think they're going to be wanting to sell them. You want the voting rights. So yeah, no vesting schedule.
Nice. Raz says, what time is it in Australia?
It is, well, you've got obviously different parts of Australia. Some have daylight saving, some not. But right now here in Gold Coast, which is Queensland.
10:41, right?
No, you're looking at 9:41.
9:41. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy Easter all, and God bless Brian. And all that says, any idea when no KYC will begin?
That's going to be an answer I can give you at the next tech meeting, which is on Monday, so in a couple of days' time.
Okay. New Web says, thank you, Brian. We got the golden egg.
Golden egg? The golden goose that lays a golden egg. You don't want the golden egg, you want the golden goose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seifu War says the safuu that gets swapped for Esco, is it taken out of circulation supply?
Well, no, because it's still in supply. Whether that supply exists in the liquidity pool or whether it exists in your own wallet, it's still the same supply. A portion of that gets burnt, obviously, through every trade. So that's what gets out of circulation.
CTIS, just to confirm that bots will not be allowed to buy on Esco launch day.
They can try.
Okay.
They can try. I mean, I'm all for it. Go for it. Get your own bot. If you think that's going to work, but I guarantee it's going to be definitely blacklisted very, very quickly once we notice that. So if you want to risk having your funds tied up in some smart contract that gets blacklisted and then you lose them, go for your life. Less in circulation for everyone else. So the 50,000 tokens will be going down quite a lot.
AA says, Brian Legend, once Vol launches, will you be looking to make appearances on TV? Joe Rogan podcast would be amazing for exposure for all. But in arena, you would flourish talking about crypto in general.
To be honest, I don't have those connections, and definitely not with Joe Rogan. So if anyone has a connection with Joe Rogan and you think he'd be wanting to even talk about crypto, like in general, I don't think that he is. I know that he doesn't even understand the whole thing, like towards blockchain. I haven't really heard him talk too much about crypto, so I don't see me being on his podcast for that unless someone has that connection.
Nick says, not gonna lie, if I can get a crazy return from Esco, I wouldn't be mad at another delay with Vulcan. Oh god.
Brian, I got a question for you, Brian.
Okay.
So I think I heard you talking about this, but Seifu's going to be on Vulcan blockchain, right?
Yes. Well, Seifu Go is. I mean, Seifu technically can, but because of the liquidity that's locked on PancakeSwap, well, we can't move over that liquidity. So we can just create the token the same and just relaunch the smart contract and add a new liquidity pool. But no, the new Esco will being that they're not actual locked liquidity for another 12 years. So both those pools, which is the BNB and the Seifu liquidity pools, both of them will be taken over to Vulcan, but not Seifu in itself.
Now, if I mean, I don't even know the Seifu community how they feel about it, but anybody that would be remaining or anything like that, would you consider or think of relaunching Seifu on Vulcan blockchain and giving people the opportunity to move over to the Vulcan blockchain and My thing is with the taxes and all that kind of stuff. Would you do something different with Seifu by adding it to? Would you even consider adding Seifu to the Vulcan blockchain?
Well, the way I see it is Seifu's basically in the move of being retired, right? And it's going to be now that classic version or vintage version. So it really doesn't need to be marketed anymore or anything done with it. Now the new V2 is Esco. So Esco will be, but not the current Seifu. And the only way around that, like I said, is if the liquidity wasn't locked. So if you ask me in another 12 and a half years, then I'd be, all right, well, the liquidity's unlocked. Do people want it over on Vulcan? No worries, I'll do it then.
I was just thinking of, I was thinking of just the taxes alone, that if there was a way to move the Seifu community on there, I don't even know how many people might all be off on the ooxy and Seifu Go. And it may not even be an issue, and it just runs out and it's vintage, like you're saying.
Look, if right now I had any ability to change those taxes, the Seifu contract wasn't written in a way that those taxes could be changed anyway. But if I did have an option to do it, then I would have already reduced those taxes a long time ago. Because if there's no rebasing, then you don't need those high taxes because there's nothing to offset anymore.
Exactly.
And I would have reduced them down to literally next to zero by now already, but just can't be done. So if I was to even entertain the idea, Chris, of bringing Seifu vintage over to Vulcan, it would have to be a brand new liquidity pool. And then being that it's a new contract released, then those taxes could also be amended there as well to be dropped down, or if not, able to be changed whenever we need it to be. You know what I'm saying? As per a community code.
You've given us so much, and I appreciate all the things that you've done and everything like that. I'm a big fan, but and my whole thing was just thinking of a way that it would be real nice to have Seifu a part of Vulcan. But I can understand how it would really never come to. But it would be nice that you created Seifu, and then we went to Vulcan, we did all this stuff, and Seifu we brought over too, But I don't even know what people would do with it and all that. So, but I understand.
Sure. Well, good question. Guys, I have to leave you to it anyway. So hopefully you've been graced with my presence. You're all happy and with my answers.
Next questions from Rabes. He says, "What up, Brian? Thanks for all you do. Question: how the talks going with the sexes? Do we know what the tokenomics are going to be like?"
Tokenomics going to be like?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean about tokenomics.
I think it's Vulcan.
Well,
Vulcan?
Everyone already knows what the tokenomics are of Vulcan, so I don't really understand that. But the CXs, we're still in continual discussions with that. Obviously, we've got a few that we're looking at launching on. There is another name, which I'm not going to obviously announce here, but everyone knows the name I'm talking about. There is discussions being had with that, so just let it be said that things look bright, the future looks bright, and just be patient into an actual announcement coming hopefully soon. But we obviously still need Gamma testnet to be up and running and everything first. So there's a lot of stuff happening, so much happening. And we've literally got like 2 months to get it all done. So we're trying to do everything at once. There's no real good answer for you to say, okay, this CX is one that we're going to announce now, because like you just mentioned before, we did have trouble with change now back in Seifu days, and we don't want fighters to have a field day of approaching CXs and saying, get them delisted, all this bullshit. Like that's not what we want. So we're going to leave all of our cards close to our chest until the day of just before release, and then there's going to be no trouble at all. So I can't release any names, unfortunately.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on to the stream, buddy. Appreciate it.
No worries, man.
One last thing.
Always one last thing.
Brian. So you're going to go with the second option, right? Of showing the contract ad?
For the contract address. More than likely, because I feel as though transparency is the key, and that's what I've always stood for. So if I can release the contract earlier so people can actually see it and know that it's all legit and it all checks out, it's going to give more credibility to buying in to begin with, because otherwise without that, people are technically running a lot more of a risk because they haven't seen the contract, and it could potentially, I'm saying hypothetically, be different to what we've audited. Like it, potentially other projects and other founders that you don't know who they are, they can do these kind of shit. So I would rather release the contract earlier, but just have it disabled and then enabled right at that time between that 5 hours. So my answer is more than likely a 90% would be, yeah, we'll do it that way, Compton.
Awesome.
Thank you, Brian. There you go, Greg. That's the question.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Bride, take it easy. And hopefully
you.
I'll see you again on another live stream, pretty soon.
All right.
Thank you, Brian.
Cool.
Greg's foolish.
Easy, man. Bye.
All right. Boss man checking this. Y'all ain't know I had him coming to y'all. Y'all didn't know that, see? I had a surprise for you guys. That's why you got.
Did you know this whole day?
Yeah, I did.
Come on. I would have not been late.
Oh man. What other questions we got? Let's see. Baby Vulcan coming soon to a DJ near you. Okay. That'd be a good project. At Chris Cruz, to extend to you onto your question, if Seifu could be moved, it's something to move over without tax, like swap for ooxy Seifu. He's a question for Brian. And Brian, we trust. Top secret. Thank you, Brian Wagme. Brian, thank you for coming on to YouTube community streams. Always engaging the community. Thanks, Brian. Crypto Pride. Wow, so that was good. That was nice and entertaining, right?
Oh yeah, he does it. He's always out there. I mean, I don't understand. I hear people will come in and comments. I know they're fun and everything like that, but it's like, we haven't heard from Brian. What's he doing? It's like, really? I probably talk to Brian more than I talk to family members. Just saying. I mean, he's always in Discord. He's always in all of the Discords. It's kind of hard to keep up. He's posting one in this one, that one, and then we have a new Discord. I mean, they haven't released the Discord yet for Seifu Go, right? So now I got a new one that I got to start checking.
I would assume they're going to rebrand the Seifu and just leave it since you got everybody there.
Well, I would think so. I would think so. But I mean,
but then again, who knows?
But isn't he going to make Seifu Vintage and keep the Discord? And then, I mean, because we would easily go over to Seifu Go. I would think that they would do a new Seifu Go and rebrand Seifu into Seifu Vintage, right?
If they did that, I'd go, yeah. But a lot of them, you know how people pay attention all the time,
Well, you know what? Honestly, I don't want the Discord and all that stuff to grow too quick with only the circulating supply that's out there. I mean, and if he's not thinking of like putting a cap on it, people might be coming to me asking me for Seifu Go.
Man. Jay Legend, I agree. Brian's always dropping some knowledge. Always damn the idiot for this.
Yeah.
Keeping the Discord is fine. Yep. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna buy me some more Seifu. What y'all guys think? That's a play, right?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't think any of these, the token, the blockchain, any of these ideas that he has, I don't think any of them are bad investments.
Yeah.
I mean, I would honestly be considering having a piece of all of them. Just why not?
Yeah. Great. Where you going? You going to get a tattoo, Great?
No, I'm playing cards tonight.
Oh, poker, huh? Poker night.
Guys' night. Yeah.
Joe Moore says keeping the old Discord is fine. Too many Discord make me dizzy. Yes, and you and everyone.
Oh yeah, yeah, and she mods in everyone.
And she's all over everything.
Yeah. I'm supposed to have a female pop up on here. Where's she at? I have no idea.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Let's see if it pops up. They told me 7:30. I don't know.
I got 10 minutes left.
Nick says, even with all the risks, I think I'm going to move it all to Esco.
Right. I think it's great to have a plan.
Riley says, I was told to sell Seifu one day, and the next day I was being told to buy more. Sheesh. Yeah, that's how it is in DeFi. Welcome to DeFi.
Yeah. Hey, if it makes him feel any better, I did the exact same thing, okay? Because Seifu was told I was going to die. Your option told by Brian was ooxy or basically sell your Seifu. And then all of a sudden, it became this new change. Had we known about that new change, I never would have. But I didn't sell much. I actually have way more than what I had before, so I'm in a better spot because of the dip. But
Yes, I mean that 1-to-1 thing is what you got me. Like if I could buy it now, it's gonna eventually be 1-to-1 to the Seifu Go.
yeah, just remember to start, because everybody, I see this in the Discord. Everybody keeps associating 1-to-1. They're like, well, if the price is 200 and it's 1-to-1, no, you're not getting 1-to-1 at that point. It's only at the start. Once it starts, that thing's gonna spike, and then it's not gonna be 1-to-1 anymore. But eventually, it will get back to 1-to-1, but it will take time and arbitrage and all kinds of. It could take months. I just want that to be known.
Yeah. John says, "Greek, show us your poker face."
Yeah. Is that your war face or your poker face?
My poker face is I tend to, every time I make a move, I laugh at the opponent because it pisses them off. So I do a lot of stuff like that where, like, how can you tell what I'm doing when I'm constantly laughing at you? Or, like, I'll just act super brash all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mess with people when I play cards.
Pro says, I think it would be a good idea for some type of verification for Esco Discord to try to keep the putters out. Oh, they'll find a way. Believe me, they will find a way.
Yeah. They create 10 different accounts.
Yeah. Beepo says, I'm so excited for Esco. I thought I wanted Vulcan to come sooner, but no, it's best we don't focus on that and buy this new token on Binance Smart Chain. Wag me. Says they keep standing you up, right? Because you're married. Maybe that's right. Maybe you're right. Hey.
You have to sell the Greek to these ladies. You have to be like, the Greek is here, so never fear. And then the ladies will come.
Greek and I both are single. Yeah, I don't know about Compton, but half the people on here are single. I mean, they're standing us up too.
Yeah.
Rich says, is option trading going to be another way of accumulating money through Seifu? Option trading? I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
Got a new slogan for you, Greek.
What?
I got a new slogan for you.
What is it?
The Greek is weird, so you should fear.
What do you say? The what?
I didn't hear it. What?
It broke up.
You broke up, Compton.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I say I got a new slogan for the Greek. The Greek is weird, you should fear.
Poor guy.
Compton, you're weird. Hey, me and Compton spoke on the phone today. We're friends now, and look at how he treats me. See this?
Oh man.
Oh no, yeah, I apologize, Greek. I apologize. I take that back. Real quick.
He's
Yeah,
like,
you better be sorry.
And Gawi says, Greek, do you celebrate Easter this Sunday or next week?
Next Sunday. So when you guys finish this Sunday, I'm going to go into all the Walgreens with the 40% off candy and buy it all up for my nieces and nephews and get all that cheap candy. I love it.
Wow.
But on that note, I'm at the house where I got to be, so I'm going to head in now. So it was fun.
Right.
I was surprised with Brian, so I had a good time. Thank you so much.
All right, see you later. Thanks.
good luck tonight.
All right.
Thanks.
Have good luck.
Kryptonian's got a comment down there.
So that was awesome.
Yeah, imagine the projects BL would create with post-Vulcan launch. Somebody stoned.
Mm-hmm.
Kryptonian, 3 takeaways from Brown Legends appearance. 1, Pink Sale CEO direct connection. BL confident. Not signed yet. 2, KYC news early next week. Team has to close out all things in 2 months. Yeah, that's right. Dropping gems, Kryptonian. Come on here. You can drop some gems. The prophet has spoken. My fiance keep telling me I'm going to be single if I don't stop watching live streams every night. Just watch them Friday night, OBZ. That's all you got to do. Compromise.
Give her money and let her go to the mall, and that's it.
Well, if we have a lot of projects, maybe Brian can rest. Single but rich.
I don't think Brian's gonna rest even when I
like and subscribe. That's right, guys. Like and subscribe. 137 people. I should at least have 137 new subscribers at least.
So what do you guys think? I like that Brian is posting the contract address beforehand.
Yeah, I like that
Still,
too.
you know, it'd be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another big one. The Kryptonian maybe put that in there. That is actually a big one. When I heard him talking about that, I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What's a better play? I asked you earlier, box swap or pancake swap for like Seifu go on day one. Because one of my friends was telling me that Bog doesn't have like a slippage. It's just an automatic slippage, and I was like, no,
Yeah.
I think they do have a slippage. You have to add it yourself.
You have to add it yourself, or you can click the auto slippage button.
Right.
Auto slippage.
Yeah,
Doesn't
they got a button.
Because I know it says auto attacks. It says auto attacks.
They have an auto slippage button. Let me
What would you guys be using? PCS or box swap?
I use box swap.
Yeah. See, they got it. Yeah, they got an auto
Because I'm
slippage.
thinking auto slippage.
Let me show you guys.
I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you my screen.
Everyone's going to try to do transactions on package swap, right?
See, you look at the screen right here.
Yeah.
You can put in slippage right here if you want. You can put the number in, or you can just click this box right here that says auto tax.
Yep.
Auto tax trades to go through at any token tax up to the set amount. So I guess you can put like, how much can you go? Put 100. Let me see. Let me see if I can put 60. You can't change it, huh?
No. All I do is click the thing, and then there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it.
Well, if you click out of slippage, you wouldn't have to put the percentage next to it. So right.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I did. That, bam, and I'm gone. And it'll buy. It happens. I don't have to worry about it at all.
Yep. Let me stop.
Because I was thinking, what if everyone's trying to use pancake swap and then all of a sudden it starts like slowing down or something? I don't know.
That's a chance we gotta take, buddy. That's a chance we gotta take. You don't know. It's all a guessing game.
Although, it might. I don't know. It might get Daniel involved in that. I mean, he's done videos of him buying, like when he did the Seifu one. Last year. I mean, he put it in.
That was some pink sale though.
But I think that what it was is I think somewhere you might have to research this. I'm going to use Bog Swap and I'm done. That's all I do. But if you're wanting to use Pancake Swap, I thought there was a thing where they had said the amount that you put in, like the last zero, turn the last digit to a 0 or something, and it goes through.
Well, if you buy on Pancake Swap, like I said, if I bought some Seifu today on Pancake Swap, if you change it to 1%, the slippage to 1%, but you have to send. Say, example, you want to buy. Say it says you're gonna get 253.6 Seifu for this amount. You just gotta make sure that it's 256, and nothing after the decimal point.
Okay. Yeah.
It has to be an even number. Yeah. Nothing after the decimal point. Do you guys know the max supply of Seifu Go? Yes, 50,000 tokens. There's a max supply. Tony right now put love ball. Damn, Pancake Swap.
Yeah, I agree, Jay Legend.
Yeah. So, like I said, we got the pink sale, which is going to be bullish in itself. They have Vol listed. We're going to launch some projects on pink sale. The liquidity pair is going to be paired with Vol on our ooxy swap decks, which is more value for ooxy. So we got a lot of good things looking forward to, guys. So bullish all the way around. And that's it for the comments, guys. No more comments. You guys want to go an hour tonight? That's it.
Yeah, as John Kano's he's asking for this.
Anyone have the links for Bog Swap? It's bog.finance.
Yeah.
I put in the comments. Yo.
Yep. Y'all gonna have to be ready on day one.
Yep. Gotta be ready. Hands on the trigger. 50K Esco tokens is very, very bullish. That's right.
Yes. Very bullish.
Noah says, why aren't more people buying Seifu right now? Seems like easy profit. I know. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. I guess they wait for the last minute. Maybe the week of April. Maybe next week it might spike up as we get closer to the 22nd. That's the only thing I can think of. And right now, Seifu price is what? Oh, we're sitting at 18 cents.
Wow.
All right. Miss asking about the ooxy sacrifice April 12th. That's right, April 12th. Or it'll be what, 7 p.m. Eastern time? 8 p.m. Eastern time?
Yeah, you
Wales.
said it was UTC, right?
Yeah. Wales be making moves. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here then. That's it for the stream. Thanks, Chris, for showing up. Thanks, Compton, for
Yes,
showing up as well.
sir. Thanks for the invite.
And
It was awesome.
the Greeks live is tomorrow at 8 p.m., guys. So I guess I'll see you guys then. All right.
Sounds good.
Will do.
Take care, everybody.